Coming up on City Spotlight, we are on location in Taylorville at the 94th Christian County Agricultural Fair. We'll talk about Taylorville with the new mayor of Taylorville, Bruce Berry, and Patty Hornbuckle of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. We'll talk about the impact of the state budget being passed in Illinois and how it will affect Taylorville moving forward. We'll also talk about the new water treatment plant and the new industrial park moving forward as well. And we'll finish the program talking about the Christian County Agricultural Fair with Christian County Fair Board President Jim Olive. We're on location in Taylorville. Stay tuned right here on City Spotlight. City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com. And thank you to all of you for joining us for another edition of City Spotlight. We've left the studio and we're on location for this episode in Taylorville at the 94th Christian County Agricultural Fair. In this first segment, we're going to talk about what's going on in Taylorville. We welcome to the program the mayor of Taylorville, Bruce Berry. Welcome, Bruce.
Well, welcome. Thank you. Welcome to Taylorville.
Thank you so much. And welcome back to the program, Patty Hornbuckle of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. Great to see you again, Patty.
Nice to see you too, sir.
We're going to talk to both of you guys here in this segment. First of all, Bruce, congratulations on you're the new mayor of Taylorville for the last couple of months.
Yep, since May 1st.
May 1st, very good. Let's find out a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
I was born and raised in Taylorville, lived here all my life, attended Taylorville schools, worked for a Larry Service Center for over 35 years, retired from there and decided to enter the political world and run for mayor.
And there were several candidates that ran for mayor.
There were 6 candidates and I happened to be the lucky one to come up on top.
So you said you're from Taylorville, so you're native, so you're pretty knowledgeable of the community that you're the mayor of now. Why did you want to run for mayor?
Oh, I just thought that the city had a few problems that I thought maybe I was the best one to be able to fix them, and we're trying. We need growth. We need to clean the town up, and we're trying.
Okay, we're going to talk about maybe a few of those things and what maybe your vision is. But you guys are the first two I've gotten to ask about this, but we have a state budget in the state of Illinois.
Yeah.
So I get to ask you about we have a state budget,
right.
So what does that mean moving forward?
We're very happy for the city. It allows us to continue some projects that we've already started where we were worried about funding. And of course, we're starting a new water plant. And we're having a pre-construction meeting tomorrow. We're supposed to start construction on it next week. And we've been assured that the proper funding from the IEPA is there and we're ready to go on it. So that helped us a lot.
We talked back in the spring here when we were also on location. We talked about that new water plant, and you don't build one of those every year, and you're replacing a pretty old one. Right, so right. Talk about the importance of that.
I don't know exactly how old the old one, but it's in bad shape, and so the council before I was mayor elected to proceed with building it. It's a $25 million project, and we've got the proper funding. We ended up getting an IEPA loan at 1.64%, which is a good rate, and hopefully that will drop to 1.23 or 4. And they did give us a $750,000 grant, so we're very happy and ready to go forward.
And the location, you don't have to go too far.
No,
the old ones and the new ones, right across the street.
Yes, so a lot of our sewer lines and water lines will stay there.
Let's talk a little bit more about having a state budget and the relief, I guess, it gives to just about any community that we've had on this program, and being able to move forward on those projects that you guys plan ahead on.
Right, and the state is finally, and thank God that they finally came together and compromised a little bit, and where different projects can move forward. And the big thing now is the school funding, and hopefully they can get that worked out.
We'll talk about a comment about the schools here in a second, but Patty, let me ask you, you're with the Chamber and you're dealing with the businesses of Taylorville. Your reaction to the state budget being passed?
Well, like I said, a lot of the businesses, just not businesses, but organizations that are also members of the Chamber, have suffered, with no income and struggling and whatever. So with this, hopefully it'll alleviate a lot of those problems, and we can, get back the services that we need, and businesses can continue as they should.
Excellent, very good. Ask either one of you could answer this question. What's moving forward with the industrial park there off 29 on the north end of town?
Well, they were trying to get a grant from the federal see, and they had a little setback, but we're still working on that, and hopefully we can come to a good conclusion on that. We're meeting with Rodney Davis and this weekend, and hopefully everything will come out good on that.
And Route 29, obviously, we've talked about it just about every time here on City Spotlight on Taylorville, and to be able to expand on that now, expansion of 29, why is it important, Patty, for projects like this to move forward and benefit Taylorville?
Well, we call it the 29 corridor. So like I said, it's a prime opportunity to have businesses come in. You know, we're working on a TIF for the city of Taylorville, which will bring in a lot of opportunity, but it'll also bring in the hotel. You know, and that's a big deal for us. It's like the start of it all. You know, if they start construction, you know, like I've always said, if you build it, they will come.
Right.
So, and that'll give a lot of you know, restaurants and things like that. You know, we want to dream big. So we're dreaming big.
Anything you want to add there, Bruce?
Well, I've been in negotiations with some restaurants that are possibly going to come, and like I said, once we get the TIF district installed and everything, it should be a win for Taylorville, and hopefully we'll see growth out on the Route 29 corridor.
Very good. Also something that got passed around the time you were elected, the local school tax referendum, and you guys could speak to obviously the great benefits for all of Taylorville with a school tax referendum.
Well, in my opinion of that, I was on the school board until I was elected mayor, and I had to give that up. But you know, if you don't have strong schools, then your town's going to die. So that was a win-win for everybody concerned, and I see they're already building a new scoreboard out at the school and everything. So it should help us, and hopefully we can move forward from there. And I don't know how Patty feels on that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Patty, you want to add anything to that? To having the schools at the heart of the community, and to have a referendum like this means people in Taylorville value schools.
Absolutely, and like I said, for attracting the new businesses, you know, not only do we want to attract the new businesses, but we want them to live here, you know, bring their families here. And so if we can promote our school system, you know, and a good school system, it was good before, but you know, now that we've got a little bit more to work with, then you know, we'll look to invite some more people in.
All right, very good. Let's shift gears and talk a little bit about public works, and we're in still the heart of summer here. We're taping at the end of July here at the fair, and any public works projects, sewer project, anything you want to talk about, Bruce?
We're just finishing up on the City Park sewer addition there for the storm sewer, and now we're building a 30-inch sanitary sewer out north of town. That's about 3/4 completed now, and then of course with the new water plant, we're trying to get the infrastructure in place for the industrial park and for particular growth in the north area. So I think that's good for everybody.
So you're improving the water in a lot of areas, and obviously for potential growth. Very good. And I think you had mentioned also the possible new roof for the Taylorville Police Department.
The whole municipal building, we're in negotiations there. We're putting it out for bid here in a month or so, and so we need a new roof on the police department and also the municipal building. So.
Before we ask Patty about a few things with like Chillifest and the CEO program, I want to ask you, Bruce, quickly here. What are some of the things when you were running for mayor a few months back? What are some of the things that you'd like to improve on? Like maybe what your short-term plans, long-term plans are for Taylorville?
One of the main issues when in the campaign for mayor was cleaning up the physicality of Taylorville, and we've started different programs with that. I've went door to door on numerous homes, trying to offer the city's assistance with people to clean their homes up, and we're getting a good response out of it so far. We got a long way to go. I mean, but it seems like they've been lax in the last 10 or 15 years of cleaning up their own properties, so we're trying to give them initiative to do that.
Remind folks at home that are from Taylorville and the surrounding area, were there a number of changes also within the city council, aldermen, anything like that?
We just got one new alderman, okay. And so, but the aldermen they work well. I mean, they've done. We've had aldermen on there for 20 plus years that are knowledgeable about past issues. We've got new aldermen that come with new ideas, and then with myself coming in new, I've had a few new ideas, and everything seems to be working well.
Well, I have Bruce next to me, so Patty, I'm going to ask you about Bruce. Bruce is obviously from Taylorville, so I'm going to put you on the spot here. Talk about Bruce becoming the new mayor of Taylorville, and and what he brings to the table as the leader of this community.
Well, like I said, he's literally a pillar of the community, like very respected, and so that just gives him a little step ahead of everybody else. So, I've worked with him for a little bit, and we get along just fine. So it's a lot of fun. And like I said, he has vision, and that's the main thing. Is we needed somebody with vision and some guts. I say it like that, but it's true. Like I said, he's not afraid of anything, and if it needs to be done, it's going to get done.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Excellent. I know I put you kind of on the spot there. You're both here. Very good. Patty, let's talk about a couple other things, and just in a short couple months, 32nd Chillifest. So it's coming up. Tell folks at home leading up to Chillifest, last second plans. Any new things?
Yeah, a lot of new things. Like I said, it'll be 32nd annual. It's October 7th and 8th on the downtown Taylorville Square. So, like I said, anybody wants to come out. We're in the midst of vendors and getting all the entertainment all scheduled out and stuff. So, one of the big things that we're doing, we did a little bit last year. We did it's called Kids Zone, and so we're really going to expand on that with the carnival rides and stuff for all the kids to do, basically on the whole west side of the square. So that's going to be our big shining thing this year.
All right, very good, and big draw, obviously, big event for Taylorville there. So look forward and hopefully a lot of success there. Just a couple days before we started taping here at the fair, the CEO program met to kick off their new year, and they have 14 students, and it's a program that we've talked about here a bunch on City Spotlight. The success from one county to the other. Some are starting up, and Christian County has had theirs going for a while. So talk about what that meeting and the new year of CEO in Christian County means.
Yeah, well, it'll be our third class, and we started off a little bit small, and like I said, that was probably good, so we can get an idea of what we need to do, and how it all works. But like I said, we went from 8 to 14. So our facilitator Dick Adams is amazing. He gets the whole program. He knows what it's like for these kids to learn all the things that they need to know about business. It's a respected program, and so I do have a little bit of stake in there too. I got a grandson that's in there, and I can tell you just the things that I've seen, the changes in him have been remarkable. So like I said, we get it. This last year's class of the CEO program took $1,000 of their money that they earned in their class business and donated it to the Shelby County CEO program for their startup. So, they know the importance, and they were taught the importance and the respect that it brings. So it's I can't say enough about our CEO program.
And Shelby County, a neighboring county, they are getting theirs started, and I know Douglas County is also getting theirs going, and obviously Effingham County has had theirs going. So CEO is a footprint in a lot of communities here in Central Illinois.
Right, and I might add that the facilitator is the former mayor of Taylorville, so
Yes,
I know they're in very good hands.
Yeah.
Mr. Adams was a very good mayor for Taylorville.
All right, very good. Before I ask you guys about maybe a little bit about the fair here, maybe your favorite fair food, give you a chance to think about that. What you guys are excited about here in the back half of 2017 moving forward? Bruce?
The water plant first, of course, the improvements at the school that they're going to happen there, and just the general optimism that Taylorville seems to have now has got me excited. Hopefully we can get some growth. Hopefully the industrial park gets going, the enterprise zone, the TIF district. We did a lot of things out there in the future that hopefully they'll come to fruition, and we should be fine.
All right, Patty, obviously you have Chillifest coming up, but what else are you excited about?
Well, like I said, I'll reiterate that fact too. Like I said, just the general excitement. Things are going to start to happen, and we just need one thing to start it all off, and the rest will hopefully just fall into place. But like I said, the chamber's strong. We've got good members, good membership base, and a lot of just a lot of community involvement. And like I said, Chillifest right around the corner.
And folks can see here on the wide shot, the weather has shown up here on the third full day of the fair here, and so it's spitting a little bit, and we'll talk to Jim Olive here in a little bit about the fair. Having the fair here, 94th edition, great tradition, fairs and communities. What do you enjoy most about the Christian County Fair, Bruce?
I've probably been here I'll be 59 in about a month, and
So
I've probably been here for 58 of them. And I've always loved the fair. I can remember coming out as a little kid in the watermelon eating contests, the cracker eating contests, the bike races. So I'm a fair person, and I've been out here every day so far, and I'll probably be here every day of the fair. So I'd like to say everybody just come out to the fair if they get a chance.
Glad we got to interview you for the first time in one of your favorite places. Excellent.
Yes, I love the fair.
Patty, what do you enjoy most about the fair?
Well, you know, we used to come over every day for lunch, even when there's stuff not going on, just so we could. I have to go to Taft's. I just have to. It's just one of those things. Got to have a corn dog. So there's my favorite thing. But on Saturday we have the state championship cook-off for chili.
Yes.
And so it's the state cook-off, which is a
Yes.
part of our 5 cook-off series in Taylorville, which we were designated as the chili capital of Illinois.
Yes.
You know, by the House. So we are very proud of that fact. And like I said, so the state championship cook-off, you know, it's all through the International Chili Society. You know, so it's a sanctioned event. And like I said, so that'll be my favorite.
So from food, my last question for both of you. Bruce, first of all, what's your favorite fair food?
I have to say cotton candy. I've been a cotton candy man my whole life, and maybe that's why I got this gut. So,
I'm not going to disagree with any of your answers, but cotton candy, great answer. Patty?
Oh, corn dogs, by far my favorite.
I think you just said what I might be having for lunch today after
Yes,
our taping, so
yeah.
very good.
I can't leave without it.
Excellent. Well, enjoy the rest of the fair, what's left of it, and pleasure meeting you, Bruce, for the first time as mayor of Taylorville.
A pleasure meeting you. Thank you very much for
Patty, always great to have you on the program. Patty Hornbuckle of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. Thank you guys for taking the time to come out to the fair and be on City Spotlight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And coming up next year on City Spotlight, we'll talk more about the fair with Jim Olive, Christian County Fair Board President. But first, let's take a look at some of the upcoming activities going on in Taylorville. And we're back here on City Spotlight. We're on location in Taylorville at the 94th Christian County Agricultural Fair. We're going to talk about the fair now with Jim Olive. He's the Christian County Fair Board President. Welcome to the program, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Glad to have you here.
We're here kind of on an overcast day. Mother Nature showed up, but we're glad to be here. It's dry for now.
It's dry for now. If we could have picked a day, it would have been nice and sunny, but Mother Nature's in charge of that, so this is where we're at.
We're here, and we're very glad to be here. Jim, tell us about yourself. How long have you been affiliated with the fair?
I've been on the fair board for 25 plus years. It's kind of, you know, it's one of them things when you get into it, you either love it or you hate it, and evidently I love it. I enjoy it immensely to come out here every year and work to get it ready, and then the people you meet, it's a fun thing. It is.
We've been through a couple of fairs over the past year of City Spotlight. We hear some of the same comments you're saying there. What is something that you truly enjoy the most about this particular fair?
Tell you the truth, I think each year you kind of look forward to meeting all the friends that you've met over the years that come back. It's kind of like, in some respects, it's kind of like a reunion, if you will. It's a lot of friendships are made out here, lasting friendships too.
Fantastic.
So, you know, that's what we like. That's what I like about it. And, you know, other people might like something else, but I enjoy seeing the people come back and their families. As their families grow, you know, you get introduced to everybody, and I like it.
So people, obviously we'll talk about some of the events here in a second, but Jim, give us a brief history of the fair. This is the 94th edition of the Christian County Agricultural Fair.
94th consecutive Christian County Fair, long-running fair, and we're, you know, a lot of fairs are kind of struggling anymore, and because I think probably economy, and there's probably other reasons, but we're one of the fortunate fairs to be operating and doing well. I think that has to do with you know, your makeup of your board. We happen to have a very good board that they all work good together. So and we got to, I don't know, I don't really how to describe. How do you describe 94 consecutive years? It goes back a long time, and you meet people every day that say, "Yeah, I used to be on the Christian County Fair Board." And I've even looked back through our record book at some of the old names and people that you know, from years ago that are on there, and then family members of theirs will be on the board. So it's, like I said earlier, it's something that a lot of people just love to do.
And this particular location here in Taylorville, it's on the west end of town. It's been here most of the years on this particular part of Taylorville.
Yes, been right here. Now I think there was a previous location. I truthfully can't tell you where that was at. I think I read that somewhere, but this has been way before my time is where it has been located.
Very good.
So,
all right, this is day 3. We're taping here on day 3 of the fair. It's a 5-day fair. And what are some of the long-standing traditional events that people can check out? I imagine livestock, 4-H are a couple of them.
Livestock on the grounds, 4-H. You know, we have our tractor pulls, our truck pulls. Demolition derby is always a crowd pleaser, and a lot of probably I would think most all county fairs kind of operate somewhat similar as to what they bring in for entertainment, things like that. We do have bands in our beer pavilion nightly, so and then the carnival. You know, we got a great carnival. We're fortunate to have the carnival that we do. That they do an excellent job, just an excellent job. Can't say enough good about them. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that we do. You know, we have a petting zoo that a lot of little kids they love to. You know, a lot of city kids, they never see what actually goes on the farm.
Right.
You know, you say a chicken, well, they think chicken comes from Kentucky Fried Chicken, but you know, they can go down there and they got some chicken. There's a little goat down there, and there was a donkey. I heard him braying a while ago.
Yeah.
So they get hands-on, or you can go down the barns and look at the livestock. There's a lot at a county fair, and it represents our area very well. We're an agricultural part of the county. The Christian county is, you know, agriculture is our main industry.
Right.
So we highlight that as you came in. We have, you know, some big equipment sitting out there to let you know that we are an agricultural fair.
You're in the heart of Central Illinois, so
we are.
Very good.
That we are.
You also have a large expo building. What has gone on there so far to this point?
Well, we have a lot of. Well, we start off the day before with I think FFA and our 4-H. I think is my. I think I need to go back. Yeah, it's 4-H, and they exhibit all of their year-long projects that they've had. And then as we move into the fair, then we have you know, horticultural events. People, I was down there looking the other day, and this senior citizens have a lot of paintings.
Right.
And my God, I didn't realize that, you know, we had that talent. There's a lot of talent that's highlighted down there. Baked goods. I keep wanting to sample them, but they smack my hand, so I can't do that. But you know, I keep trying. There's just a lot of things that you see at a county fair that you don't see anywhere else.
Absolutely. And there are some unique events you have on your final day, which is Saturday. You have a sand volleyball tournament, and the first time ever at the Christian County Fair, you have a bags tournament. So
yes.
Tell us about those two things.
We were now the sand volleyball has gone on for I think 4 or 5 years now. Okay. It goes off pretty well on Saturday, but we were approached earlier on in the year of a bags tournament. So this will be the first year for that. We'll see how that plays out. Probably real good attendance, I would think. So that you know, you got to keep trying new things, trying to bring something new in, bring some people out to the fair. If you don't, then like we said earlier, you don't grow no more, and we want to keep growing.
Also on that final Saturday, Patty Hornbuckle in the previous segment talked about the Illinois State Chili Cook-Off, so a little precursor there to Chillifest, which is in October in Taylorville. So a lot of chili.
There is a lot of chili in Taylorville. I think chili. I forget what the title is.
Yeah,
it's a lot of chili.
Something capital in Illinois, chili capital of Illinois, I believe.
Boils down to there's a lot of chili in Taylorville.
Very good.
And this is I think you qualify for the international cook-off. Wow. I believe that this is one of the main cook-offs that they have, and I don't know if it's statewide. I don't really know that much about it. I've never participated in it, but we do get a big attendance for that also. Something else for that you mentioned Saturday.
Yes.
And Young America Day. We do Young America Day, where we have young kids come out, and then we have watermelon eating contests, cracker eating contests, have bicycle races, running races. The fire department's also going to come out and do some training things with the young Americans. It's safety related. Saint flights. A helicopter is going to come in and land, and then the kids can kind of go and see what the helicopters all about. They're going to have one of the flight nurses with them to explain everything to them. So we try to do things that are interesting to the young people. The carnival, they open up at 1 o'clock, and I think it's $1.50 a ride for the young kids. They can come out and just them and their parents, and just something for the young people.
So you have a lot of traditional stuff throughout, and also kind of in the beginning, and on that final day, you have some newer events appealing to the younger crowd audience. So
trying to get mom and dad and the family to come out. The kids can have fun, and all the games that we do for the fair, we furnish prizes for them. There's no charge for anything, so it kind of help the folks come out and have a good time.
Last two questions for you, Jim, and appreciate your time today here on City Spotlight. What is the Christian County Agricultural Fair? What does it mean to the folks here in Taylorville and all of Christian County? What is the value of it to the folks in the community?
I guess that's rather kind of hard to answer, but I would think that it would be something that probably most people look forward to each year. Probably especially the farming community, the young people from 4-H. They get to bring in all their products and showcase their things. So I think in that respect, it really does. It brings people out. Where else do you go and have a county fair? I mean, a county fair it's a family type activity. Good food. It's you got to come out every year. Who can go a whole year without a corn dog?
I agree.
Okay, corn dog, lemon shake-ups, cotton candy, all them kind of things. Hey, we got them right here. Come out and visit us, and we will make sure you go home happy and full.
All right, sounds good. And you listed a few things there, and I gave you a little warning before our interview. Can you tell me what your favorite fair food item is, Jim?
Well, let's see. If we started on the end of the line, I'd have to. I'm not going to pick one because I try to eat one from everyone, and it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, well, that's a good answer.
Little donuts. I like the little mini donuts.
Who doesn't like a donut?
There you go.
There you go. Little donuts.
There you go.
Jim Olive, the Christian County Fair Board President. We appreciate your time here on City Spotlight.
I appreciate you coming out here and spending some time with us.
It's been a pleasure. And thank you to all of you for joining us for this latest episode of City Spotlight on location in Taylorville at the Christian County Agricultural Fair. We'll see you next time. City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com.